they forget who supported them, who encouraged people to vote for them. So we got to hold people accountable. They become, these people, judges, elected officials, become part of the status quo, thereby becoming part of the problem.
Don't give up the fight. Preacher man, don't tell me heaven is on the earth. I know you don't know what life is really worth.
We need to build our own system. We need to build a system based on righteousness, a system based on some divine principles, a system based on equality and justice. They call it the justice system, but it's just us. We need justice, fairness, everybody. If you call yourself a trigger, you will act like a trigger. Criminals are organized. We are getting organized. So we thank God for the Detroit 300. Let's give God a hand clap.
Well, you know, it's been a long grind, and the city's had a lot of things go wrong, but I feel like things are going in the right direction right now, and we're happy to be a part of it.
All right, any other words you want to say?
Well, glad you've been on our side.
Detroit, for Detroiters first. Self-determination can't just be a slogan. It's got to be a way of life. All right, good evening to those of you just tuning in. I'm Minister Malik Shabazz. I want to let you know that this Sunday, July 6th, 2 p.m., there's going to be a program at the Hotel St. Regis, which is a beautiful African-American owned hotel located 3071 West Grand Boulevard. It's calling all black people. Our unity equals our salvation, our success. Let's unite to save our children and ourselves. National Day of Divine Unity. Now, this is being brought to you by the Nation of Islam, which is still under the teachings of the Supreme Minister.
Under the Honorable Elijah Muhammad.
Under the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. But came through the brother, the blood brother.
Yes, sir.
Supreme Minister John Muhammad, who was a friend of mine and who was a great, great man. He was the Honorable Elijah Muhammad's baby brother. Mm-hmm. And the Honorable Elijah Muhammad was a great man, and I feel that his blood brother was a great man. The keynote address is going to be Minister Basir Muhammad. Now, Minister Basir Muhammad has been in the Nation of Islam since 1955. He lived, think about that, he lived with the Honorable Elijah Muhammad for 3.5 years. And he said that the messenger taught all day and all night. He knew Brother Malcolm. I mean, this is a brother that has some history. He's got some knowledge. He's got some stories to tell. And we're really honored to have this elder here. So we want you to open up your mind and your ears and your hearts and receive. He's going to give you a little bit of what he's going to give to you Sunday. And let me just say one last thing. It's important that we all honor and revere our elders and that we listen. Us younger folks got to listen to, we used to call them old folks when I came up. So when I say old folks, I mean it in love. We listen to the old folks because we could learn so much, and we respected them and we revered them. And to you young folks out there, you do yourself such a disservice by dismissing and disregarding and dissing the elders. You need to pull your pants up, boy.
That's right.
And listen to the elders so that you can learn how to become a man. So we're honored to have an elder, a teacher, and minister, Basir Muhammad. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
I got to tell you something, brother. I know you're my elder, but, you know, man, your skin just looks beautiful. And I don't mean it in a homosexual manner. I mean,
Yeah, I understand.
you know, I mean,
Yes,
I
sir.
love women,
Oh,
but I'm
please,
just saying,
good Allah.
but you're good looking, brother.
Oh,
Your
please,
skin
oh,
and
please,
everything.
good
And
Allah.
you look like you got the energy of a 20-year-old.
Yes, sir.
How do you do that?
By eating one meal a day for 59 years,
Okay.
and by living up to the teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad.
How to eat to live.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
The right foods, taking care of yourself, and being what we are supposed to be, trying to get the teachings and guidance to the rest of our people. Allah has blessed us to keep going and bringing this message to our people who need it more now than ever.
Oh,
Yes,
yes.
sir.
Yes.
So I'm thankful to be here with you.
We're honored to have you.
It's a blessing.
Yes, sir.
And to get to our people this day and time, it's a great necessity. We see things going on in our neighborhoods and among our people, our children. We're losing our children by the numbers.
Left and right.
And the children is our future. If we lose our children, we lose a future. We have no future. 10 years from now, if things keep going the way they are going, we won't have a future. See? So unless we turn it around now and get our children back on the right path, teach them back into the knowledge of self, God and the devil. Teach them the righteous way of life. Teach them their own names, nationality, religion, and God. We have been going other than ourselves for so long that we don't even know what ourselves really are. So we have to find that knowledge and take it and use it and bring our children back because they have gone astray. Yes, sir.
Tell us something. You, what was it like living with the Honorable Elijah Muhammad? What was it like? Tell us your favorite memory of living with the messenger.
Well, my favorite memory, I had so many, but it was the teachings and the way he taught me. I remember he would teach me as we rode. He liked to drive. So we would get in the car and we would drive, and I had a pencil and a pad, and I was writing down notes. So one day he stopped me, and he said, "Brother, stop writing." He said, "Because some of the things I tell you now, you won't be able to teach it or tell about it until 10, maybe 20 years. Say, but I don't want the devil to get it. Say, because if you got things written down and the devil go in your house, he takes this information and use it for himself. So some of these things I don't want you to know." He says, because the devil tunes in on everything. This is why I take you riding and we go in the mountains and out on the desert and I talk to you because the devil want to know everything I say and think. He said he even tune in on my snoring at night. See if there's any wisdom in that. So, but anyway, he said, "I'm going to teach you like Allah taught me. I'm going to teach you to remember." He said, you have to understand that your mind is like a tape recorder. Everything goes in, stays in.
Right.
And all you have to do is to be able to bring it back, replay it. See, so you listen. Don't try to understand what you're hearing at the same time, but just listen. And so this is the way he taught me. And that's one of the most memorable things that I remember, because he said that to me. He said, when Allah taught me, I didn't have no education. I only had a 3rd grade education, so I didn't learn how to read and write. I couldn't write down things that he told me. I had to remember it. And he taught me how to remember. So I remember, he said, I remember everything that he ever taught me. He said, but all I have to do is just get back and meditate and bring it back. And so those are the most memorable things and that I can think of at this time, but there's so many things. Living with him for 3.5 years, you know, and he used to teach me sometime that my back of my head would be burning, and you know, it'd be hurting.
Wow.
I would be wishing that, you know, he would take a recess and let me sit and think a while, you know. But not go to sleep, and I couldn't sleep. And so this is the way it was for 3.5 years. So I was truly blessed, and I thank Allah for every day
Yes.
that I spent with him, the messenger.
Now, as far as the messenger in public, at a class or whatnot, or at a big auditorium or whatnot speaking, or at the mosque, what's your most memorable memory of him?
Speaking, it was the way that he explained himself. The messenger was a very, very wise man, and he knew how to get over a point to the audience, and he knew how to take your mind and bring things to focus that you never realized that were in your mind. And people, that's why when you hear his lectures, the people would be applauding. Everybody would be right tuned in together. And that's one of the most memorable things of his lecture, that he could get people tuned in right to him. It wouldn't be no foolishness or anything talking. I mean, everybody would listen no matter how long he taught. He had their attention. And so being able to hold our people attention today is something else.
Yeah, it's not an easy thing to do. You knew Brother Malcolm.
Yes, sir.
Tell us what kind of man Malcolm X was. You know, we have the movie of Malcolm X. There are some Malcolm X shirts out there.
Yes.
Malcolm X hats and whatnot. But what kind of man, when Malcolm was in the mosque, I don't even want to deal with the enemy dividing.
I understand.
But when Malcolm was in the mosque, what kind of man was Malcolm? What kind of energy did Malcolm X give off?
Well, he gave off an energy that most people don't have. He was a beautiful speaker. Malcolm X, well, he believed in what he was teaching when he was with the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. He had to believe it to teach as he taught. And but he was a man that didn't want to be held down. He was a man that had a force behind him, that he wanted to get out there and didn't want to be contained and have freedom to do and say what he wanted to say. I remember many times the messenger had to caution him. And I remember when the police broke into our temple in Los Angeles and killed some brothers, wounded.
1962?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, in L.A.
Yes, sir. Malcolm wanted to go to war.
Right.
See, so...
In the street.
Yes, sir. But the police was ready. He expected us to fight back, retaliate. And they had the neighborhood around the temple and all in the South Los Angeles area. Police were just like a Gestapo day. And so it would have been many killed. So Malcolm asked the messenger, let me call the FOI from all over the country. And the messenger said, no, brother. He said, it would only be a disaster. He said, we don't want to lose any more of our brothers. See? He said, the time is not right for anything like that. Said, we don't have the weapons. What are we going to use to fight with? You know, he said, the devil got all kind of arms.
He does.
And some that we don't even know yet. You know, so we have to understand, we don't want to give any more lives to him. He's taken enough already. So I had to send Malcolm back to New York. we was in Phoenix then. I was with the messenger in Phoenix then, and when Malcolm came to Phoenix and wanted to go to Los Angeles, but the messenger told him to don't go back to Los Angeles, to New York. And but Malcolm he wanted to fight. He had a fighting spirit, you know. And when we were start running our articles in the paper, Herald Dispatch, they cited us as God's angry men.
Yes.
Because Malcolm, the way Malcolm expressed himself, you know, he said, but we were angry. We were angry of the 400 years that we had been in bondage to the white man and the treatment that he had given us, and we had no means of retaliating. So that's why we were so thankful to Allah that he came and made himself known on July 4, 1930, to make us independent by teaching us back into the knowledge of self. See, and God and the devil. So,
what kind of man was the Supreme Minister, John Muhammad? What kind of man was he?
well, he was a man like the Honorable Elijah Muhammad in a way. He was focused on bringing our people together, making a better life for them, and he was doing everything that he could to do this. But he didn't have the focus that the messenger had, because the messenger was the messenger. Nobody had that knowledge that he had. And all we could do was to follow what he had given us. And John Muhammad was one that was trying his best to live up to the teachings of his brother. And so he stood fast behind his brother. And I respect him greatly for that, what he was doing.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
What about Minister Farrakhan? Did you know you knew Minister Farrakhan? Because
Yes, sir.
he was all together, and at that time there wasn't Silas Muhammad or Solomon Allah or Farrakhan or the Marvin Muhammad. It wasn't all these different nations of Islam. There was one nation of Islam. What kind of brother was Minister Farrakhan? And what did you think of Mr. Farrakhan when you met him, when he first came into the what memories do you have of him?
Well, I first met Minister Farrakhan in 1958. Malcolm brought him to Los Angeles with him with several other brothers. And but he was very enthusiastic. At that time, he wanted to be like Malcolm. Malcolm was his idol, and he wanted Malcolm's place, which he eventually got. And he was one that that worked hard for the nation, trying to help it develop him, but he was into his music too.
Calypso Louis.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
Yeah, he made a record. White man's heaven is the black man's hell. And he spread it around. But he was a brother that was. He convinced you that he was sincere. Manipulation and all this. That's why so many people are following him today, because of his way. But he strayed away from the teachings, and that was something that I spoke with him about it, and he told me that he knew what he was doing, and he didn't need no help in telling him how to go about it. And I said, yes, sir. And so we went our separate ways.
As friends? You went your separate ways, or?
Yes, well, I didn't have anything to do with what he was doing or anything. I just kept teaching what the Honorable Elijah Muhammad taught me. Because many people didn't understand why I wouldn't follow Wallace or why I wouldn't follow Farrakhan. But the messenger taught me in a way he hadn't taught them. So in fact, when the Honorable Elijah Muhammad first started teaching me, he told me that he didn't want me to ever degrade what he was teaching, to keep it just like he gave it. And
Have you done that?
that's what I've done all these years. I've never forsaken what he have taught me. I've always been on the same path that he put me on. And it's too late to change. 59 years is too long to change the path.
That's a lifetime.
Yes, and there's no other path that can lead me where he put me on.
Yes, sir.
So I stay on that same path, and I'll be on it until I die.
Praise God. We want to open up the phone lines. I want to let you know we're speaking with Minister Basir Muhammad. And this Sunday, 2 p.m., at the beautiful and elegant Hotel St. Regis, 3071 West Grand Boulevard, the Nation of Islam, National Day of Divine Unity. I'm going to repeat that. National Day of Divine Unity. Boy, if we could unify, Lord have mercy, what we could do. Calling all black people, our unity equals our salvation and our success. And the keynote address is Minister Basir Muhammad. This wise and intelligent, and I gotta add, good. If God blesses me to get to be his age, I want to look like he does, because he looks good. He's vibrant. His skin is beautiful. You know, we ought to be able to compliment each other without it being a queer thing. Amen.
Thank you.
It's love. We should love
That's
each
right.
other.
That's right.
But he has been in the Nation of Islam following the Honorable Elijah Muhammad for almost 60 years. That's a lot of history. He lived with the Honorable Elijah Muhammad for 3.5 years. He knew Malcolm. He knew Farrakhan. He knew Wallace. This is a lot of history here, and I think that we should do ourselves a favor, turn off television, put down the 40 ounce. It won't hurt you to put it down for a few hours. Put down that blunt. Just put it down for a couple hours, man. Go on over to the Hotel St. Regis Sunday at 2 p.m. It's free.
That's right.
It's free. Now, you got to leave the wine at home, leave the malt liquor at home, leave the chronic and all that at home. But if that's your thing, put it down. Do yourself a favor and come over here and to get the knowledge. Get the knowledge, get the history, and when you leave and go home, you just might find, you know what? Gee whiz. God moved me today. It was a blessing I came. I don't think I need that crack. I don't think I need this or that, you know? Come on out Sunday, 2 p.m. at the St. Regis. We got a caller? You speak with Minister Basir Muhammad, caller. Caller, are you there?
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
I'm really enjoying your program this evening, Minister.
Thank you.
I attended Minister John Muhammad's temple over on Hamilton for a short period, and one thing that I remember is they had the original bean pie recipe back then, which is really hard to find. Everybody makes bean pies in the city of Detroit, but I've yet to find anybody that has that original recipe. Would the minister happen to know where we will be able to purchase bean pies with that original recipe that they had at Minister John Muhammad's temple?
No, I've only been here a few days, and
Oh, I'm sorry.
we have a brother here with me. You might know where you can find that, Brother Hassan.
But
You know,
not the original? Okay, there will be bean pies there Sunday, but it won't be the original, but I remember being over there, Brother Captain, with the Supreme Minister on Hamilton.
Right.
Boy, he would teach, and afterwards the sisters would have that good whiting. And I mean, it was hot, and we'd eat them bean pies and some carrot cake. And the Supreme
You can't
Minister.
find that bean pie anymore. Like they had them there. Okay, I'm gonna try and join you all on Sunday. Thank you. I'm sorry, I didn't know that the minister did not live in the area. I thought he was from Detroit.
No, I'm in San Antonio, but if you ever come to San Antonio, I'll make sure that you get one of those original, because
Yes,
the messenger's wife taught my wife how to make them.
All right.
All right. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam. You're there with the world champion, San Antonio Spurs?
Yes, sir.
All right. Yeah, we used to have a good time, Brother Hassan, over there. I mean, that hot fish, the pies, and John Muhammad would put something in our minds, you know?
Yes, sir.
And we'd have a good time on Sundays, and it'd be like, dang, brother, you back again? I said, hey, where else is there to go on Sundays?
That's right.
This is better than the football. I mean, I love sports, but
Yes, sir.
it's better than the football. It's better. Look, I can take that
That's right.
and leave, but, you know, when you got somebody like John Muhammad here, you don't know how long God is going to bless you with him, so I'm going to come get this knowledge
Right.
while I can, and I'm going to definitely get some of that good food
Yes, sir.
as I'm on the way out the door. But, yeah, we used to have a ball over there on
Yes,
Hamilton. So, do you have any regrets being a warrior of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad for almost 60 years? Do you have any regrets at all?
And no, sir, I don't. I'm thankful because the life that I was living is, he saved me, my life, you know, and I was blessed. I remember when I was the first one to teach Islam in Los Angeles, and so when I became the minister on Temple number 27, I was making a lot of money because I was a plastering contractor, and I was making $300 or $400 a day. And the messenger told me that I had to give it up, and he would put me on a $250 a week salary. And
So wait a minute. You gave up $300, $400 a day
right,
for a $250 a week salary.
right.
Okay.
So he told me that
That's something everybody does every week.
yeah. He told me that said we have a school that's prospering there, and you need to be there every day and to focus all your time there. And I need you to go from temple to temple because he put me over 13 states. And so I had, you know, money wasn't anything to me because I had made money. I had what everybody was trying to get, and so it didn't bother me. So I immediately dropped the business and started full time at the temple.
Kind of like when Jesus met the disciples and Peter and Andrew and them, and they were fishermen,
Yes,
and he
sir.
was like saying, hey, the fish you getting is one thing, but if you roll with me, I'll teach you how to be fishers of men.
That's right.
Was that the experience that you had?
That's the experience that I had, you know. I went into places that, you know, was forbidden. He made me a representative of him through all the prisons throughout the Midwest. And I would go into prisons where they had traps set to kill me for teaching what I was teaching,
Wow.
for being a follower of John Elijah Muhammad. And during that time, they had taken and confiscated anything that they find that had the name of the Nation of Islam or the Young Elijah Muhammad on it. There were not books or anything in it. And I remember one time that the warden at Folsom got a central identification card where I could go in all the prisons without being searched or anything.
Wow.
Just immediately access. And I even have one in my pocket now. I still have But so the warden at Folsom called me and asked me would I come and settle some differences between the Muslims that are in there, because you had two different factions. One minister wanted to be the teacher there, and the other one wanted to be the... So they were having arguments, and he didn't want anything to break out. So I went. When I got there, he took me down through different channels down on the ground, locking doors, and got me in a cell where two brothers were sitting there waiting on me. So they locked the door and left me there with the two brothers. And so I asked them what was the problem, and I told them that if either one of you truly want to represent the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, you got to be able to submit to one another. You can't find differences. And I said, because this reflects on the teaching of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. And after we talked a while, one of the brothers said, he pulled out a knife and he laid it up there. And he said, we're supposed to kill you. See, Folsom is a prison where everybody had life. I mean, these were lifers on the rock there. And so...
they ain't got nothing to lose.
They ain't got nothing to lose. He said, we were supposed to kill you.
My Lord.
Yeah, and so I said, well, thanks to Allah that, brother, you see the light, and, but anyway, after that, I went to another prison in Victorville, and when I got there, they had a warden's meeting. All the wardens were there, and so after my lecture there, we had about 250 prisoners that was at the lecture. After the lecture, the warden at Folsom came to me and apologized. He said, I know that you're not going to accept this, but I want to apologize because at that time I didn't understand really what it was all about. We were told things and we had to go by what we were told. He said, I want to apologize because we had listened to your lecture here sitting in the office building. And but anyway, things like that happened. And my life was in jeopardy many times, but I was a believer in Allah and that I was protected because, as the saying goes, fear no man but God.
That's right.
Yeah, so I had no fear. I go places by myself, everywhere, drive, fly. But it's no fear. If I got to go, I got to go. But I'm going only when God wants me to go.
Right.
And not when, So, but I...
you ain't going on your knees.
No. My parents and their parents and all our parents burned their knees out. Praying for a day to come when one would raise up and guide us back into the knowledge of self, get us out of this land of bondage that we were in. And they used to sing that one day I know our Lord would raise up a nation that will obey, destroy this nation. So they knew what we were under, but we weren't able to overcome that at that time. And we have had so many setbacks. And I think integration was one of the terrible setbacks we had. Because just before integration, we were claiming our own. We were saying, I'm black and I'm proud, I'm black and I'm beautiful, brother and sister, unite. Now they calling them bitches and hoes, And, I mean, we don't want to eat here. We want to go and eat in a white restaurant. We want to sit in the bus. I mean, we could have had our own. We were on the way to having everything that we needed, But integration destroyed that. And it set us back. And they keep saying, we shall overcome. You never overcome believing that the white man is going to let you overcome. Believing and wanting to sit beside him, marry his women, and do the things that he's doing. That's why the black neighborhoods all over the country is in the condition they're in today. Because we're not doing nothing for self. Everything we're doing, we get our money and we give it right back to the slave master and his children. We got to learn to pool our money, our resources. You know, we have churches bringing in millions of dollars every week, but there's not a toothpick factory. Why don't the preachers get together and say, let's us build a factory? We got all our unemployed people. They wouldn't be unemployed if they would take that money out of the banks that they're putting in there every week, you know, and build something in the community that black people and black children can be proud of. They have something to look up to. But at the way things are going now, they are getting all the glory and the money, and the people are getting very little satisfaction.
Amen.
See?
Well, I know this, and I got to conclude this segment, Elder.
Yes, sir.
But I want to tell you, it has been a joy.
Thank
It
you.
has been an honor
Yes, sir.
to meet you. If I didn't have this already scheduled search for these missing children,
I
I
understand.
would be there
I understand.
because I believe in the spirit of a thing,
Yes, sir.
and I'm picking up on the vibes coming from your spirit
Yes, sir.
and the wisdom and the knowledge and the energy and the history. And see, I'm not the smartest guy in the world, but I got just enough sense to know when a wise man is around me or in my presence, I need to listen.
Yes, sir.
I remember the messenger saying that whenever the Honorable Marcus Garvey would come to town, that he would walk 20 miles to go hear him.
Yes, sir.
And that whenever great people, great teachers come, you should go there
Right.
and get that knowledge.
Right.
So I thank God for the modern world of DVDs. You'll get me one. But it's been a pleasure and an honor. And the next time you come back in town, I'd like to know earlier, and try to get you in sooner and earlier.
Thank you.
And be able to sit down with you a little bit away from the microphones. And,
Yes, sir.
and just talk and just ask you 50 questions.
That'll be my pleasure.
You know, it would be my pleasure to learn.
Yes, sir.
But for those of you who can, once again, I'm urging you to come on out, calling all black people. Doesn't matter if you're this black or if you're, you know, we got some black folks that's almost white, but they're black.
That's right.
If you're black,
Right.
come on out.
That's right.
Calling all black people. Our unity equals our salvation and our success. Let's unite to save our children and to save ourselves. It's the National Day of Divine Unity. This Sunday at 2 p.m. at the Hotel St. Regis. That's right over there on West Grand Boulevard between Woodward and 2nd. It's free. It's free. And for more information, you can call 734-626-7736. 734-626-7736. Let's unite and save our children and ourselves. And the keynote speaker is this beloved brother who I have just been honored to sit here with and to talk to and drink from some of the rich knowledge that he has. You can go there Sunday and you'll be able to drink from some of that rich knowledge. Minister Basir Muhammad, it's been an honor
Thank you.
and a pleasure.
Thank you. May Allah bless you.
You too.
And keep
And
you.
you come back in town, I want you to come back.
Thank you.
Whenever you come in town,
I will.
I want you to stop through my show
I will.
because it's a pleasure and you've lit up the room.
Thank you.
And we need to honor our elders.
Yes,
We
sir.
need to honor and listen to and ask questions
Yes, sir.
of those who've been there before us, because you have done what we trying to do. Amen? And that's the only way we're going to come together. Kill Willie Lynch and bring the younger and the older back together.
Right.
I thank you, brother.
Salam alaikum.
Walaikum salam. Stay right here for the commercial break.
Yes, sir.
You ready, Junior?
Opinions expressed